Okay, wanted to talk about this a while back. It's been almost a month now. Just kind of got stuck on some other topics and whatnot. So, just kind of coming back to this. Looked at some of the notes I wrote down about it. The only reason, I mean, it's significant to me because I live really close to Omaha, and it's definitely either a hoax, or she was murdered by the numbers, or they manipulated the numbers to make it fit. Because there's just some things that just there's no way it can happen like this. I mean, it could, but no way. It's there's something messed up with it. So basically, she was a the Omaha police officer who got shot in a pursuit of a suspect or whatever, and yeah. So basically, it was on May 20th. Just kind of going through here. She was 29 years old, and this number super significant. If you read through these articles, well, basically, I'll just show you here. So she was 29 years old. Her name is Kerrie Orozco. Orozco adds to 92. Kerrie, 66. Tons of stuff with 66 lately, and this all leads back to Valentines as well. So Kerrie Orozco adds up to 158. She got shot at 3057 Martin Avenue. 3 plus 0 plus 5 plus 7. And then if you add up Martin Avenue, it comes up to 158. The 158th prime number is 929, like the mirrors. 9229. So her last name adds to 92. She was 29 years old. Let's see her in all the articles talk about her. She just had a baby that was premature, and then the baby was set to be released out of the hospital the next day, so May 21st, and then she died. And her baby was born the same day as Michael Jordan, for one. So 217 to 520 is 92 days. And all the numbers that I've been talking about with San Francisco or just Valentines and 923, they're all coming up in this thing. It's so ridiculous. So even if you read in this article down here, they talk about one of the witnesses, Angela Valentine, who lives just east of 3057 Martin Avenue, was taking a nap Wednesday afternoon. I mean, Valentine then heard what she thought were police outside saying, "Get down." Like, why Valentine? That's pretty interesting. So, I mean, whatever. We got a Valentine reference just in the article with a witness. If you add up Omaha Police Department, it adds up to 214. 214, like Valentine's Day. 214. Marcus Wheeler is the guy that they were after and the guy who shot her. His name adds up to 151. Valentine's Day also adds up to 151. Her daughter's name was born on 217, like I said, the same day as Michael Jordan, was Olivia Ruth Orozco. Her name adds up to 227. 227 is Valentine's Day, on the Julian Valentine's Day. It's pi. It's 49. All kinds of stuff I've talked about. So this guy was in a gang. Gang adds up to 29. He was a gang member even. Gang member adds up to 85. And she was born on 9/19/1985. And what's really interesting to me is that I talked about how YouTube was messing with me, whatever, and my video actually came out on 9/19, and it was the 262nd day. So if you flip this even, it's 29/92. I mean, it's just weird. She also died 122 days before her birthday. I've been talking about this number a ton of times. Pope Francis is 122. San Francisco 122. Golden State 122. So she, like I said, she's also born September 19th. If you add out or write it out like this, September 19th, it adds to 217. And I talked about in all these articles, the big thing they bring up is that her daughter was born premature and she was going to be released from the hospital, but her daughter was born on 217. So interesting. She was born on this day, and her daughter was born this day. She was born this day that adds up to that, and then it's 92 days away from her death. And then another just most ridiculous that put it over the edge for me. A lot of these articles, they actually talk about how the last time an Omaha police officer had died, it was, and it says it on here, Jason Ty Pratt, and they just say he died in September or whatever. It doesn't tell you any details, but if you like come to Wikipedia and then if you look it up, like his obituary and some other things, it's just super telling here. So the last time an Omaha police officer died in the line of duty or whatever, this guy got shot on September 11th, 2003, and then he died on September 19th, 8 days after he got shot. So he died on her 18th birthday. And I mean, okay, so here's his obituary. Look when he was born, May 19th, 1973. Literally, he was born one day before May 20th, the day that she died, and then he died on the same day she was born. I mean, and I talked about the day before kind of stuff before, so really interesting. And it makes me wonder if it's she was actually supposed to die on this day as well, because if you go and I don't know how this works. I've noticed it a lot on a lot of things. It's always a day off. Like if you just type in her name, let's see here. It brings you up to an article, like articles. This one's on May 19th, 2015. Like how did this article, how does it say that if that was the day before she died? How is that on there? I don't understand that at all. Also, I just noticed, so if September 19th adds up to 217 and her daughter was born on 217, just like Michael Jordan, and I just made videos about Michael Jordan and the number 922 and 923. And in Jewish gematria, her name adds up to 922. So pretty interesting. Okay, just a couple more things I want to point out. So Jason Pratt, he was murdered or whatever, killed by Albert Rucker. And I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. So if you add up Jason Pratt and you add up Albert Rucker, they add up to 134. They both add up to the same thing. I mean, what are the odds of that? And like I said, I mean, I barely even looked into this. Just kind of like scratched the surface of it. I don't know. It's to me, it's not really worth looking that much more into at the moment. Maybe it will be at some later time. But I mean, it's just crazy. It's all part of this plot, that whatever they're doing. They had the Baltimore riots. Omaha actually is known for a huge race riot back in the early 1900s. It was in 1919, go figure, in September even. But it was Will Brown or Willie Brown. That was the black guy or whatever, just like Michael Brown and, Brown because they're black people or whatever. It's so ridiculous. That's the whole point of it all. It's just, so they had to kill this cop here, Kerrie Orozco, because, we just had the Boston riots, so we had to make the cops look good. I mean, that's just how their story is. They want to keep people divided and just confuse everybody. But Omaha used to be, it says, in 1910, Omaha had the third largest black population among the new western cities. By 1920, the black population more than doubled to over 10,000, second only to Los Angeles with nearly 16,000. It was ahead of San Francisco, Oakland, Topeka, and Denver. So definitely is all about the race riot, the race war that they're trying to start, basically. It's just another little detail they had to add in there, just something stupid. So anyway, one other thing, and then I'm done here, but these are the police killings. So the first police killing, look what it was. I mean, it's just so stupid. February 14th, 1909, Valentines Day. And then it even talks later on about this, that on February 21st, a mob of more than 1,000 men stormed the Greek town. February 21st, 52nd day of the year, 221, the mirror of 122. Kerrie Orozco died 122 days before her birthday. It's just ridiculous. So, I mean, whether she was just, ritually sacrificed for the numbers, or it's a big hoax, or, who knows? Either way, they're doing it by the numbers. It's so ridiculous. So, just wanted to point that out. And I know it's been like a month since this happened, so just finally getting it out. But anyway, have a great night.